No problem at all. Here. Alrighty. Okay, well, welcome to World Languages and Culture with Cooking. We are excited today because we are traveling to the Philippines. This is Miss Christelle, and this is actually our last class for the summer, right? But we're gonna have a ton of fun. We're actually going to be making Filipino spring rolls with pineapple coleslaw. The Filipino spring rolls, you can also hear it called as lumpia as well. So that's just, I feel like I hear egg rolls and I hear spring rolls, and so I think they're similar, but a little different. And so we have an awesome, one of our awesome staff, Miss Maria. She is Filipino as well, and she's from the Philippines, and she's going to share with us today as well. And so as we get started, I'm actually going to have Mr. Ajit. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajit, for being here as well. He is going to, she is from the Philippines, right? And so like how we say, I guess Californian, then you would say she's Filipino, but she's from the Philippines. So Mr. Ajit, let's start off with the fun facts video. We have some short videos that we're going to share, and then Miss Maria is going to share a little bit about what it means to her to be Filipino from the Philippines and how it's like growing up in a family of a family from the Philippines. All right, so Mr. G, take it away.
If you're looking to escape to a tropical island, this archipelagic country has plenty of options.
Your bottom right corner down. There you go.
Welcome to this mini edition. If you're looking to escape to a tropical island, this archipelagic country has plenty of options. Welcome to this mini edition of Fantastic Facts, and today we're focusing on the Philippines.
The Philippines, huh? So how many islands do they have there anyway? Like 7?
Actually, it's over 7,500 islands.
Whoa, I was way off. Why is it called the Philippines then? Why not something more along the lines of Islandtopia?
The Philippines were named in honor of King Philip II of Spain. Philip II would also start several settlements there.
Maybe I'll book a vacation to the Philippines.
Hopefully you're multilingual, because there are around 186 different languages in the Philippines.
Really? That many?
While the official languages are Filipino and English, you're also inclined to meet more than a few people who speak Bicolano, Cebuano, Tagalog, and too many others to list here.
Gee, I'd better pack a few translation books to read on the plane.
Well, you know, if the Philippines have taught us anything, it's that photos can speak louder than words.
What do you mean?
The Philippines is widely regarded as the social networking capital of the world. Filipinos are known for being the most active users on sites like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. Makati City has had more people taking selfies than any other place in the world. So if you post some nice pictures, expect to pick up a couple new followers.
In that case, I'll go pack my camera now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Junior Mojo for more funny, fulfilling, and fantastic facts. Gee, I hope the Wi-Fi is good in the Philippines.
All right, we got one more from that video. Did you guys hear anything that found interesting? Oh, I see some mouths moving. But unmute yourself. Anything you guys heard that was interesting? How about how many islands there are? Isn't that crazy? Like, this is one island, that one's another island, right? All these. Awesome. All right, Mr. G, play the second video. And then I have a share screen. I'm gonna have Miss Maria to share.
A second video from the chat?
Yes.
There were even some things I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. Actually, now that I think about my family, they do use social media a lot. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Awesome. Good to see you, D2. Is Kennedy with you? And Micah, I see you there too. Oh no, the first one, Mr. Ajit.
I'm Mr. Steele.
Eh? What? Come through, Micah. That is what I'm talking about. Look at, come on with the glasses. What?
That face that is usually covered by her phone has finally made an appearance.
This living cultural landscape is nestled into the remote slopes of the Cordillera mountain range in the Philippines. For 2,000 years, the mountains of Ifugao province have been cultivated with terraced rice fields that stretch thousands of feet high. They serve as an example of sustainable agriculture with traditional techniques. These emerald fields, and the knowledge to farm them, have been passed down from generation to generation for centuries. They've long been central to the survival of the Ifugao people, and they also hold great cultural significance. Entire communities cooperate on seasonal systems of planting, pest control, and harvest. These coordinated efforts are tied to lunar cycles and sometimes accompanied by religious rituals. The UNESCO site encompasses 5 different clusters of rice terraces in the area. The Banawe rice terraces are the most famous of the lot. Banawe is about 230 miles north of Manila, and buses depart daily from the capital. It can take up to 10 hours to drive up the mountainous terrain to the rice fields. If you take a guided hiking tour, make sure to pack a picnic for an outstanding view of this remarkable landscape.
Awesome. All right, what'd you guys learn about that one? Anything interesting? Well, you guys are being quiet, but I think that's really great. All the rice fields, like, okay, Kayla, you said it was cool. Yeah, I mean, like, that's just like the natural, but they're growing rice. So the rice fields. So I would say a lot of Asian cultures, they eat a lot of rice. And so to see just the beautiful fields, I mean, they're growing it and harvesting just like we're
Miss Christelle, you muted yourself.
no, I've been talking this whole time. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the world of Zoom. I was saying, just like how we have the garden at the center, those beautiful fields, all the, like how we're going to harvest our vegetables that we planted. You guys are all those beautiful, lush rice fields. I mean, look how beautiful the landscape was. And they're growing, and that's their food. And in most Asian cultures, they eat a lot of rice. And so all those beautiful fields they're there in the Philippines as well. So I'm gonna share my lovely screen here. And in the Philippines, it is located in, let me pull this right here. It is in Asia, kind of like at the lower part. So I'm actually going to show it to you guys here on the map, so you can look at it in relation to everything else. And here. And so you guys can see here, like, look at it in relation to like China and Australia, right? So the green right there is the Philippines. And then down here you have a larger picture of all of their different islands. I mean, all the islands, the many islands they said that they have, right? They're all right there. And I'm sure they're tiny ones, like in my picture here, tiny ones, right? They're that they probably can't even show, right? And so all of these make up the wonderful Philippines. We also have here, hold on. It didn't do it. Okay, I had the flag for you guys, but I will show it to you guys after. I'm gonna have our lovely guest, Miss Maria, to share with you. And so, Miss Maria, tell us a little bit about what does it mean to grow up in the Philippines, or what does it mean to you? How is it in the Philippines?
So I actually was born here, but my parents grew up in the Philippines, and I have visited a lot. I think the first thing y'all should know is the Philippines is really hot. It's really humid. It's like right near the equator. So if you ever go like in June, it's really weird. It rains, but it's super duper hot. Like you like are really sweaty. But for me, like growing up Filipino is actually like, I think it's really cool that y'all are doing this with the cooking class, because like a big part of growing up Filipino is like food. Like there's a lot of like really unique foods that we have. We eat like pork and pork blood, or like just like we have like a lot of different things. And so I think a big thing is that food really brings like family together. So my family is like huge. Like whenever we have parties, it's like 50 plus people, and we always have like a lot of different kinds of foods to share with each other. It's all about bringing food and like sharing it with family. There's this thing called kamayan, which is literally kamay means hand. So kamayan means to eat with your hands, kind of like at a table, we share food and we eat with our hands. So that's just like a really cool fact. But yeah, I can share some words with y'all if y'all are interested with learning. So I speak Tagalog, but my mom and my dad, they speak like, y'all heard there's like 186 languages, I think. My mom and my dad speak different languages. So my dad speaks Papangpangan, and my mom speaks like something else. But yeah, so do y'all want to learn some Tagalog with me? Yeah, cool. All right. So to say hello, it is kamusta ka? Kamusta? Y'all want to follow along with me? Yeah, kamusta? Kamusta ka? Directly translated is more like, how are you? Like, it's like a hello, but it's also like, how are you? Like, how are you doing? Kamusta ka? And then if we want to say like, thank you, it would be salamat. So salamat.
Salamat.
Yeah, salamat. And then for like goodbye, it'd be more like, there's like a way of saying it that's more like stay safe. But let me see if I can find that for y'all, because I was raised here. So a lot of my Tagalog I actually learned from like, like TV series, like Filipino TV series and stuff. But those are just like some words. I can like type them in the chat for you. Do y'all have any questions for me?
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you love most about being from the Philippines, or having your culture be Filipino?
I really feel like I would say the food. Like, I just love that our culture is kind of centered around food. And so the Philippines is technically in Southeast Asia. So that's like, Vietnam, Cambodia, like those are also Southeast Asian countries. But the Philippines, we have like really, really different kinds of foods. I think because like we're all, like as y'all heard, like all of the islands are kind of separated, right? So even though there's like adobo in one island, it can be cooked really different, like from different places. And each like place has its own version of it, which I think is really cool. So if y'all are like ever interested, a lot of our like recipes are actually carried through by family. So through the family members and stuff. So you'll never see like one restaurant that serves like the same thing as another restaurant. Like all of them are really different. So I think that's one of the things that I think is really cool. And yeah, like that sense of family, like I have family up in NorCal, and yeah, we're like all really close. Yeah, yeah. So that's it. Miss Christine.
Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys, Miss Maria is I love that we get to have people who are actually from those places, the places that we're traveling to. So thank you so much, Miss Maria, for coming and sharing with us. And Miss Maria, she's a part of our staff. So, you guys can like talk to her more, like, if you're like, oh, what's some more good Filipino food, or just Filipino culture and all that good stuff, right? So thank you so much, Miss Maria, for joining us. And now we're gonna get cooking.
Thanks for having me. Have fun, y'all. Send me pictures. I love lumpia.
Yes, awesome. And you guys, lumpia is another name for our spring rolls. Miss Maria, would you say it's another name for egg rolls as well too, or not really technically?
I would say it's another name for egg rolls, yeah. I think, yeah, it's just there's different types of stuff inside. Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So today we are starting on our lumpia or our spring rolls. And actually did on the menu, I did two different, I did it with two different ways. So we're going to be doing it one way with turkey. Traditionally, they in the Philippines, they would use pork. Normally when we cook, we try to use chicken or turkey. So we try to stay away from any red meats or that kind of stuff. And I know that's more like beef, but we're doing turkey today as an alternative. But traditionally, just know that traditionally they normally would use pork in this recipe. So we're doing it here with turkey. And then we're also going to be doing it for all of so if you would like to do it with just vegetables, our vegetarian style, it's going to be two different methods, okay? Just slightly different. So the way we're going to do it for the turkey, so if you are doing it with the turkey, you're going to do it this way. And if we're going to do it with vegetables, you're going to do it with the second step. So I'm actually going to be doing it both ways because we have both different groups in the room. So the first thing we're actually going to start off with is by grating our carrots. And that's actually for both if you're vegetarian or if you are doing it with the meat. So let me just make a note for all of my vegetarians, or if you're doing it with the vegetables, we're doing everything the same minus the turkey and minus like egg. And so we're basically filling our spring rolls here with all of the vegetables. The difference I saw in the recipe was that they sauteed all the vegetables ahead of time and then added it to their roll, versus with the meat, they created the filling and then raw and then added it to the roll. Okay. So if you are doing yours vegetarian with just vegetables, we're gonna chop up all of our vegetables and saute them. If you're doing it with the turkey, we're gonna create the mix, but we still have a lot to chop though. So we're gonna chop up everything, and then we'll put together our different mixes and saute when it's time to saute. So let's go ahead and start working.
What blade are we doing?
Hmm?
What blade are we doing?
Oh, you said which grater?
What blade are we using to cut this?
Yeah, so if you have your Bridgerton spiralizer here, we're gonna be using our flat blade, and the flat blade is gonna give us for like our coleslaw. So for the carrots, so let's go ahead and chop our Let's go ahead and start with the carrots though, and then we can move on to the cabbage, because the cabbage is going to go in your coleslaw, but it's also going to go in your if you're making yours veggie style, it's also going to go into your lumpia, into your spring rolls. Okay, so let's start with the carrots, and then we're going to work our way to all the different things and put it on our lovely spiralizer and get it rolling. So carrots, and our carrots we're doing, oh yeah, you can actually use your blade too on here. Let's go here. So we're gonna start carrots, and then we're gonna chop the green onion right after that. So if you guys are working as a team, someone can work on the carrots, and then unless somebody else can start chopping your green onion, and the green onion we're gonna chop into small, like small pieces like that. Okay, so a fine cut, fine chop. And for the carrots, you can actually put it on your you can put it in your spiralizer. So maybe do like 1 carrot to go for your coleslaw, which will be that same length like the coleslaw. But for if you're putting your carrots in your lumpia, in the spring rolls, we want to cut them lengthways. So we want them to be long. Are you guys following, or did I lose you? Yeah?
So we're using the shears to make our carrots.
Say it one more time.
We're using the shaver to make the potato shaver to make our carrots.
Oh, so if you have a grater, if you have a standard grater, can you're gonna do your, because do you have a spiralizer?
Nope.
Micah?
Don't have that.
No problem. So you're gonna use your grater.
All right. Miss Christelle, do you know how many
like this one?
Do you know how many egg rolls will feed in your thing will feed?
You mean to feed how many people? So how many people are you making it for today? Are you going for 4 people?
No.
How many?
10.
10? You have 10 people right now?
Yup.
All right. Okay. Well, then you're just gonna have. So I think what you got to think about is how many egg rolls is everybody gonna eat? Maybe like 2 or 3.
But I know we have the same egg roll brand, so I was wondering how much is in yours.
Oh yeah. So this one has. It says it has 8 servings. If you're doing 3 per person, so that means 8 times 3 is 24. So that's how you. Excuse me. That's how you would calculate that. That means there's 24 wrappers in here. Okay, so for my people with the grater, you're gonna grate your carrots. So remember, some carrots are gonna go in our coleslaw. Some are also gonna go into our lumpia.
Wait. You said it has 8 per person?
No, 3 per person.
So how many people will that? So you have 8 people, it will feed 3 of them. They'll only have 3.
Exactly. So you got that right.
Okay.
And if you're using, so again, if you're doing the so these ones grated like this will be for our coleslaw. Okay, coleslaw. For our egg rolls, you're gonna cut it. You're gonna cut them in like little. Oh man, I don't want to murder the name. I think it's called julienne, and you cut it in like little, almost like little toothpicks. And be careful. I may even go in here with my smaller knife just to give me some. Remember, we want to protect our fingers, right? and utilize your spiralizer. Example, spiral.
My lord.
What you said my lord for?
This grater's just eating up my carrots like it's nothing. And it almost got my finger too.
It is. So if you're using the spiralizer, it's for the coleslaw, it'll give you, it'll give you those.
This stuff was very easy to find because we have an Asian market by our house.
Yeah. So absolutely. So even like in Ralph's has a lot of the ingredients in some of those different sections. So I'm doing the vegetarian ones. So I'm putting my little toothpick shaped ones in here, and the ones for my coleslaw gonna go over here. Okay. So we got different tools to help us do different things. And you can find whichever tool works better for you. I was growing up, my family, we used to use the grater. We used to grate coconut and cassava. Some people call it yucca. We had to grate the coconut, and we had to grate the cassava or maybe sweet potato. It's hard work. It was really good when you were eating all those. We call it cassava pone or okay. So if you notice, if you get to the part where your carrot is kind of at the end, don't try to grate that. Just kind of put it to the side because we want to save your carrots, okay? All right. All right, let's chop up our green onions. So green onions is gonna go into our meat. And onions is gonna go into the we're gonna put some of the same green onion into our with the rolls. Put some over here in my meat. I'm gonna put some, because remember, we're gonna saute for the spring roll. We're gonna saute some of these as well. All right, we've also got our garlic. Let's work on our garlic and our onions.
What are we doing now?
Now we're getting our onions and our garlic ready.
Onions and garlic ready. I got my onions and my garlic ready. Hey. I got to get them ready. Hey. I'm going to get my onions and my garlic ready.
Okay, so for our onions, you're gonna cut it in. So this is what's gonna, if you're making it vegetarian style, these, so if you notice, when these separate, it's gonna be like that same length of your carrots, right?
I can't put no shrimp in your food. What? I can't put no shrimp in your food.
Cutting these to go in that.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Why you can't put a shrimp in instead of turkey in mine?
Ask them.
I'm just saying.
They know that
You don't have to tell them that.
supposed to be in here helping me.
You can't cut that with that kind of knife.
I know.
Hi.
Hi. Mike, that's not a good knife. I told you get a knife with serrated edge.
All right. All right. So are you guys are working on your garlic?
Oh,
So remember, put your garlic down. Then it's gonna fall right, it's gonna roll right out of that. Put off the,
My next shot. I'll get a knife. Bigger knife. You have to push that hard. Look at the dishwasher.
so for this recipe, I saw with the garlic, they actually like really smashed it really, really well. So it's almost like mush. They actually used I saw them use a mallet, like if you're tenderizing meat. But here you can just use your hand and just be careful again, hit down on it and just hit down a couple of times. And then we're gonna go in. That's some good chops there. I'm gonna release all those that fragrance. Do you guys smell it?
You can cut the onion.
Our garlic.
Bro.
Get another knife, man.
For our garlic, so
Get a knife.
we're gonna put it in our mixture. So let me show it to you guys. So the two mixtures I have here is the meat one, the turkey one, and I have the mixture for those who are doing a veggie style. So I've got my carrots, some onions there. I mean the green onion. I've got the regular onion. And then I'm gonna put some garlic here. So garlic's gonna go in the meat one. If you're doing a vegetarian style, I'm gonna put garlic over there too. Okay.
It's okay if you make it pescatarian.
Sure. If you want to make it with fish. So this is you making it your way, which is totally fine. We've got some celery. So if you are, so for my vegetarian style, celery here. So for the meat one, you guys can actually start adding in your spices. So you're gonna put your paprika, black pepper, salt, soy sauce. So let's do it one step at a time. Paprika and black pepper. Let's put that in here. And for my those doing it vegetarian style, you can go ahead and chop your celery. And again, you're gonna do it in let's see, we can do it in kind of more this so thin. So you want to kind of do it thin here. Listen to our vegetarian style spring rolls are going to be full with all kinds of great vegetables, okay? Versus the turkey one, which is going to be not as much vegetables, but we're going to have a lot of that in our coleslaw as well. So this is traditionally how they would do it in the Philippines, okay? So let me get the spices for our meat. So paprika, black pepper, soy sauce, chili flakes.
I'm gonna do it like they do in a restaurant, turn into strips, make my onion strips.
What about, would you say you'd be like you're in a restaurant doing what? What'd you say, Micah?
Yeah, can I make it like they do in a restaurant and make it where the onions are in strips?
I mean like little, like they're long, like this?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for my garlic cloves. You got the new ball, let us know.
You just threw it back there, see? Didn't even open the door.
It was open.
You just opened it, man. You think I'm stupid?
No, but there was an opening in there. I threw it in the opening.
Mike, it was not. I'm sitting there, I'm standing there.
Yeah.
You see me standing here looking at you? Don't you see me standing here looking at you? Don't you see me?
Yes, I did. Did you not see the opening?
No, I did not. You didn't either.
Yes, I did.
You just opened it.
You said, no,
Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
All right.
Don't lie.
So we're putting a teaspoon of, so if you like your food spicy, you can put more of this crushed black pepper or not.
Onions.
Teaspoon. And this. There. Yeah, I like mine spicy, so. And then you're gonna put your black pepper. So same thing for my vegetarian, we're gonna put the same spices over here too. We're gonna add some great flavor to it. So we're gonna put that same teaspoon.
Tomorrow she'll show my toenails.
Ooh, bless me. And then we have some salt. So salt, well, for this salt, let's just put, like I have this one with the crank. So you're putting about like, so you're putting about one teaspoon, okay? And of course, this is salt to taste. For the meat, we're gonna add the soy sauce. Actually, let's just put it for both of them because I think they'll be, for the meat, we're gonna add the soy sauce. For the vegetarian one, we're gonna wait till we saute it on the stove.
Okay, I'm kind of lost here. So where I am at is I got carrots, onions, and my garlic. So what else am I supposed to do now?
And you're doing yours with fish, right?
No, I'm gonna do one with fish, but I'm just gonna do the rest with turkey.
You're gonna do the rest with turkey. Okay, cool. So right now we're putting in our turkey one, we have the onions, we got the garlic, we've got the green onions, we've got the garlic, we've got the spices, black pepper, red pepper.
Hold on.
Hi, Miss Brenda.
What are you putting in right now?
This is the soy sauce. So, hey.
Okay.
Good to see you guys. So we're putting 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Okay. So for my vegetarian style, you should have, how are you guys coming on your celery? Coming okay? The celery.
All right, I got my meat in there.
It feels like it's never ending celery. I mean, carrots.
Says never ending carrots.
This is something up and
All right. Okay. So soy sauce is gonna go in our vegetarian one when we saute it up. For the vegetarian one, let's go ahead and put some of the cabbage, because remember we're making this we're making it really hearty with the vegetables. Okay, so we're just gonna use like 1/8 of your cabbage. In half, I'm gonna cut it again, right? And then I'm gonna cut it again. So remember, this same cabbage you're gonna use for our coleslaw when we make it a little bit later. So I'm gonna grab 1/8 of it and put the rest to the side. Here for our spring rolls, you're gonna, so we're still trying to keep that same long shape, right? And for the ones that have the turkey, you guys can actually go ahead and start mixing this together. Like that.
I'm using something else. I'm gonna get the side up. No, with the turkey.
Right. That's gonna be for there. So you guys are mixing this up, right? And for my vegetarian style, I know I also included on there the angel hair noodles. So with these noodles, all you gotta do is put them in, pour some hot water over them just for a couple minutes, and that's all you need. Okay, so so for my vegetarian style, I want you to get your saute pan, and you're gonna saute everything that's in your bowl here. Your cabbage, we've got the onions, we've got the carrots, we've got the cabbage, we've got the onions, we've got the green onion, we've got the celery, and the garlic, all in here. Okay, we're gonna saute this up. And we're just gonna add some hot water. You're gonna pour some hot water over them, and you're gonna saute them in here as well. Okay. So if you finish, did you guys already mix in your, you can use a spoon and mix it in.
Yeah, seasoning. That's what I called you. 'Cause you wanted to
Really
season it.
well.
No, you were seasoning.
The lemon.
Whenever
So for my
seasoning,
my veggie fans, but we're gonna squeeze some.
How would you put ginger in it? That's how they see. That's I don't want any done. We don't want no garlic in his. Yeah, it's doing too much. No, it's you. You knew I was gonna make you a turkey.
Okay, Kayla, how are you coming? Coming okay?
We're kind of behind.
Okay, so hold on. So we're gonna let everybody catch up. So what part are you guys on, Kennedy?
Good question. We're chopping up what is this? Cabbage or lettuce?
Cabbage.
Yeah, I'm chopping that up right now, and I think now we're just like mixing everything together.
Are you guys doing it both styles?
And then for the onion, yeah, we're doing it both styles.
No. Is this?
And I have a question.
Yes.
Are we doing both like green onion and regular onion, or are we just doing green onions?
So the green onion is for the one with the turkey, and the regular onion is for the one for the vegetarian. So if you're doing just the one with the turkey, just the green onion, and the one, so if you notice on the ingredient list, I put additional ingredients for the veggie style, because this one is we're adding all these extra vegetables to add oomph, and to add all these really great flavors to it. All right. And the thing is, so I know I gave you guys 1 pound of the turkey. So season it. You want to make sure you season it well, because it's not like you could taste this, okay? Because this is raw. All right, any other questions? Is everybody, so Kennedy, do you guys have a bowl with turkey mixture, and then I know you said you're cutting cabbage.
Yeah.
You guys have cabbage and these other vegetables in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about the rest of you? Are you coming?
We're coming.
Who just said that? Was that Andrew?
It was
Kayla. Okay, great. Also, for the turkey, we're gonna add an egg. Okay, there's no egg going into the vegetarian one. Okay?
Do we? Yeah. Are we mixing the egg in?
Yes, we are. So it's always good to crack your egg. It's always good to crack your egg into a separate bowl, just to make sure you don't get any eggshells. And also kind of make sure your egg's not spoiled too. Okay? Even when you're making a cake, it's always good to do it in another thing. So let's add that in there.
What are we putting the egg in?
Into the turkey. And we're also going to add into the turkey some olive oil, just a little bit. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. All right, so you guys, for our vegetarians, let's get your vegetables sauteed. And then so go ahead and saute your vegetables. I'm not gonna do a view on my stove for this one because we'll do the view when we're frying everything up. So saute the vegetables, and in the meantime, we're gonna start wrapping our turkey ones, and you guys will get to see. So as these come off the stove from sauteing these, then we'll wrap up our vegetable ones as well, for those of you who are doing vegetables. All right, so let's get it on the stove for our saute, and then for these ones, go ahead and start opening up your wrappers, and be careful because you want to pull them off in those thin layers. Make some space on here. All right, so you guys got the instruction. If you're doing vegetables, go ahead and saute your vegetables. Put some olive oil in your pan and add in all these vegetables that are here in your bowl. Okay. And for those of you who are doing the turkey, go ahead and start taking out your wrappers out of this and you can put them on the side, but they should be separate pieces, okay? All right. So do you guys see your different? Thin sheet of dough. All right. How are you guys coming out? You guys are getting them like this? Okay. So for those of you who are doing the meat, are you guys ready for us to start putting them in here? I'm gonna show you how to wrap. You're gonna need a little bowl with some water. Let me know when you guys are ready. Oh no. These pins here. Ready? You're gonna need like a plate because after we roll them, you're gonna need to put them on something. Another plate will be fine. So I'm gonna, is it okay for you guys if I start doing one? I'm gonna show you how to do many. But I'm gonna start on one, okay? Thumbs up. You guys in gallery. Thumbs up. Okay, great. I see thumbs up. All right. So Kayla, even are your sauteed vegetables coming along? Yeah. So when your vegetables come out, or if they're already ready, you're gonna make like a little line here. Okay. You see how I'm kind of making it long? And then you're gonna fold it over and pull it back a little bit. And remember, this is a spring roll, so we want to make it nice and tight. So you want to tuck it, go over one more time, bring in the edge like this, like a little envelope. So if you see how it lines up here, you're gonna bring it over like a little envelope right there. Then keep it tight, tuck it again. Put some water in your fingertips and just touch it down. So, make sure you get it really good, almost like, so this is the glue, and then you're gonna roll it. So keep these edges in. If these edges are sticking out, then you can kind of fold it in again. But you wanna tuck it so it's nice and tight, and then roll, roll, roll. Aha, look at that. Woohoo. Okay, that's roll number one. Do it again. So again, when you get your vegetables, you're just gonna line them up. So put it like a diamond. I'll put it long ways. If you have your vegetables, you kind of scrunch it like that and put it right there.
Excuse me, Mr. Stell.
Pull it back, yes.
Pull it back, yes. What do we add with the vegetables?
So for yours with the vegetables, you're just gonna, so you see how I put it long, going this way? You're gonna put it the same way, put it long. So like if I had, like when your vegetables come out, like if this was your vegetables, you would put it long like that, going long ways. And then you would roll it over, tuck it, roll it over again, then bring the side in, and you'll see this square part here kind of line up. Do it again on the other side. And I would kind of just bring it in, bring this piece in, and this piece in. Let's put some water, seal all of that. And then let's tuck it nice and tight. Tuck, and roll it.
Excuse me, Mr. Stell.
Yes.
Yes. Is your meat mixed with the carrots and the cabbage?
You said my meat mixed with carrot.
And cabbage.
So no, my meat just has onions in it, but for yours has the cabbage, the celery, the onions, the garlic. So look, mine's coming off. What do you? I'm actually been sauteing. I'm sauteing my vegetables here. So you want them to wilt down really well, right? Mine are still a little crunchy, of just a touch. And for your angel hair noodles, just add some hot water to them. Did you get the noodles too, Kayla? Hmm? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so if you got the noodles too, then you're just gonna add the, you're gonna add some hot water on it. Okay, I'm just putting some soy sauce on the vegetables because I didn't add it before. But you guys saw how it's rolling the thing? Or you guys want me to show you again? Show you again? Okay. So use your spoon here for the meat. Put it right here, like a line, straight across. Okay. Then we're gonna roll it over. Pull it back, right? Because remember, we want this nice and tight. And then we're gonna roll it over again. Okay. Then bring this part over. Like you're closing the envelope. And to the other side. And a good way to see it is like this part lines up. You see how the line right here lines up with the, you know, it's not hanging past it. It's lining up right along with the back of the roll. And then I'm gonna tuck it in, just bring in the edge a little bit here. Then I'm gonna add some water. And then we're gonna roll it nice and tight. Okay. All right, so my vegetables should be coming off. So let me. You have the noodles. If you got these noodles here, just pour some hot water on them like that so they wilt down. And you're gonna add this in with your vegetables. Okay, so this is just gonna make, we're just adding to the filling. We're just making the filling.
Wait, I have a question. I know you showed this like a couple of times, but how do you want roll one real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one. No, you're good. You're good. We have many of these spring rolls to make, so not a problem at all. So if you have the noodles, go ahead and just pour the hot water over them and then add them with your vegetables. So I'm going to do a vegetable. So put it like a diamond facing you. Then add your vegetables. So just like a little line. Make sure your vegetables cool down just a touch. They're not too hot. Just put in a little line like that. Then you're gonna roll it over, pull it back. Because remember, we wanna make it nice and tight, okay? And then you wanna roll it over, go over one time, and then bring in the edge. From here, bring in the edge here. So remember, making this nice and tight, okay? I would bring in another little edge up here, just because I noticed it had some, like if I were to roll it, you see how this piece hangs off over here? You guys see that? I noticed as I roll it, if I were just to leave that little edge right there, this piece is hanging off. Like if I were to keep going like that, so it's still hanging off right there. So that's why I'm tucking it in. So that's why I'm pulling this part in. And then add the water to cure it. And then roll it nice and tight. Just keep roll like that. Okay. Again. Now, the cool thing about this recipe, guys, when we put these to fry, they're gonna fry really fast because you see how thin it is. So we're gonna put it over, pull it back, okay, over one time. Corner, corner. And a little envelope right there. Water. Roll, roll, roll. You guys kind of starting to get the hang of it a little bit? Yeah, let me get some feedback. How are you guys coming?
We come in nice.
Awesome. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Okay, how about the rest of you? Are you coming? I'm gonna do a meat one. Oh, let me see. One's a vegetable, one's are. Is everybody coming okay? Give me a Shout out, let me know that yes, I'm coming okay. I'm folding them okay. I'm getting in the rhythm. Right? Could you imagine have to do like 100 of these? No. I was watching a movie. I was actually watching Crazy Rich Asians. I don't know if you guys have you guys ever seen that movie? Um, ah, you may or may not, but really great movie.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, it's a lot about family.
It's about family. I've seen it before. It's like a family that takes place in Singapore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And one of the things that the family does in the movie is that they make dumplings. So you know how we made those dumplings the other week ago? But they do it as a family. And so actually, just like with these and just like with the dumplings, you can actually freeze these. So a lot of times in the families, they'll make them and freeze them. And then when you're ready to use them, you just, fry it or, steam it. If it's the dumplings, you would steam it. So whatever you want to do with it, So, but it was really cool to see in the family that they were making the dumplings together, and that was like a family tradition. So in your family, do you guys have traditions of things that you guys do together as a family? You guys have any traditions? Now mute yourself.
We do come on.
What do you do, Kayla? Oh, I didn't hear that.
We do some.
If somebody heard that, can you tell me what she said? Kayla, I still didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I heard I do tamales.
Oh, tamales. So you guys do tamales together.
I would say our tradition is having hot cocoa and cookies on.
Ooh. That
We
sounds
don't really
good.
have a tradition.
Okay. Well, see, thing is, what's really great is that you can start a family tradition in your family. So something
I
that
have one, but it's really for adults, which they go to the outlets.
Okay, so shopping together.
Yeah, but that's only for the adults.
Right, because the kids don't have money yet, right? Maybe. I know some of you guys are doing different. You may have a business or other things that you guys are doing. So I don't rule it out that kids can have money. But yes, that is something that your parents would do, go to the outlets. In my family, we have we actually started a tradition. We have other traditions, but we started something. My brother and I started a Zoom call with both sides of my family. So on my dad's side, we are getting on the call with everybody, and we have family who are international. We have family who's in England. We have family who's in Taiwan. We've got family in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we've got family from all around the country, which is amazing. And we don't get to see each other all the time. So we were able to do it for both sides of the family, which was really great. So for my mom's side and my dad's side. So that's a tradition that we just started this year, even with COVID and everything like that. So that was a blessing, because aside from that, we probably wouldn't have, we normally would do like a like WhatsApp and call each other, or maybe even do like just like a regular phone call, a phone card, and call each other. So using Zoom has been really great way for us to connect and just still stay in touch. So that's something that we started. So we do it once every, like we do it at the beginning, like 3 times for the year. And that's been really cool. But yeah, so you can start a new tradition with your family. I let my angel hair pasta soak for a little bit with the hot water. So adding that into. And just keep rolling them out. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those prices rolling. I see you guys like putting all kinds of fillings in here, like, you know, you wanted to do like a make it breakfast style, or if you wanted to do it, I mean, you know, we like Miss Maria was saying, egg rolls. This is like an egg roll, but you know, it's just a little different. So you guys can make it your own way. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to pick up some speed. I'm like, okay, get in the rhythm, get in the rhythm. And then remember, we want to pace ourselves because we got to fry them, and we've also got to make our coleslaw. Andrew, Miss Brenda, you guys are coming okay?
Yes, Miss Cristel, we are seeing.
Awesome.
We are way behind, but we are okay.
Okay, yeah. And you guys can, you'll be more than, you know, I think you'll, which part are you guys on?
Well, we just, what are we doing? We are mixing up the things.
Oh, so you're mixing up your meat?
Yeah, we almost started. I was just looking at what you were doing.
Okay, great. So all the vegetables, so for the meat,
yes,
you can add in your onions, the green onions, so these long ones, the onions, and
yeah.
And your seasonings. So the meat just has the green onion and then the seasonings. If you're doing a vegetarian style, this one has in the glass noodles and the cabbage, carrots, onions, this onion.
Okay.
And you can also put some of this onion too, right? So we're using the celery, all that stuff. So we're loading up this vegetable one, the vegetable style, with all these great vegetables.
So it's the same thing, just fill it up with the veggies instead of the meat.
The meat?
Yes, for the vegetarian.
Exactly. And the only difference with the vegetarian one is that we sauteed it before we wrapped it in.
Okay, right.
Got it.
That's fine. Okay. Keep on rolling, rolling on the river. Get up, do. You guys, if you want to make your roll, I noticed like if you put more filling in it, then you can make your roll fatter. So it's totally up to you how much filling you want to put into your roll. Just make sure you keep it nice and tight. You guys, just looking at our time, want to be mindful of our time so we can make sure that we, if you've got a good amount of spring rolls here, we're going to, actually, let's do our coleslaw. And so this is where we're going to do some teamwork. We're going to do our coleslaw and put it in the refrigerator, and then we're going to fry up all of our noodles. So we can have one person helping to roll out the noodles. Roll out your rolls. And then we're going to have somebody to start on your coleslaw. And then we'll be able to fry up the rolls together. Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a good plan? Okay, let me see you eating those glass noodles. Those are great. Are they good? They're yummy. I love that you're eating them with chopsticks. That's awesome. Okay. let's get our coleslaw. So the coleslaw. So for the coleslaw, we're gonna need, got our carrots, this board, got our carrots. We're gonna need our pineapples. We're gonna use our cabbage. And then we also have the purple cabbage that's gonna add some color to our beautiful coleslaw. And you guys, do you realize, so in the Philippines, it's on an island, so it has a tropical feel. So that's why everything is really bright and colorful and, you know, so lots of bright, beautiful colors in our salad, in our coleslaw here. So for our coleslaw, you saw I cut it, the cabbage I cut it in half. So, cut it in half and then I cut it again. Okay. And then just cut out the core right here. We don't want this because this part is really hard. So we don't want to eat that. So if you have your if you have your spiralizer here, you can put your cabbage on there and get your coleslaw cuts. Or if you have your chopping knife here, you're gonna do like thin shreds. So thin little for your coleslaw. So thin shreds, okay? So we're gonna put the cabbage, both kinds of cabbage. Let's start off with that. Let's put the both kinds of cabbage into our, start going into our coleslaw. I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like when I do it with the spiralizer. When you do it with a spiralizer, make sure you lay it when you have it in between. So make sure that it's flat. So make sure you're putting on here. So the flat part of the cabbage, put it flat up against it and then push this behind it and tuck it in, make sure it goes in really good. All right, put down the little handle here on the side. Then you're gonna just spin. All right, see all these awesome pieces? Whichever tool you have. Happy Kathy. I'm gonna do it with the other one. Cut out the core. Okay. And remember, you're putting it flat up against the either this flat side, the flat side onto the handle here on the side. Let me share my view. All right. Okay, so with the two kinds of cabbage, your onions down there at the bottom. Let's get your pineapples. This has 100% pineapple juice, so I'm gonna drink this juice after. So.
Miss Christelle?
Yeah.
Yes. We actually drank the juice and it's really
You drank the juice too? So good. You can put in your juice, you can, do whatever. Do whatever you like. So we're gonna take out a couple of these pieces here. Oops, I got juice on the table, juice on the board. And then depending on what kind of size you want these, if you want to cut them a little smaller, you can. You can just give them a coarse chop because it's like bits that you're gonna eat throughout your coleslaw. Awesome. All right, and then we're gonna add some vinegar.
Miss Christelle.
Yes.
What happened if we didn't add vinegar?
So if you don't have vinegar, then it'll be just fine. It won't have the vinegar normally gives it kind of like a tart kind of taste, but it's fine even if you don't have vinegar. So totally fine. Okay, so we've got those in there. So we're gonna put we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a pinch of salt, and some raisins. So if you notice, we have like a sweet and tart kind of thing going on, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And after you do that, mix in your mayonnaise and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator. Okay, and then we're gonna start on frying up our spring rolls. So you wanna get your oil to get hot, and so that we'll do that right next. 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar. All right, we got the sugar, the salt, and some raisins. Add your mayo.
Miss Costello, when we put the Miss Costello, when we put the pineapple, do we put the juice of the pineapple?
No, just the pineapple bits.
Okay.
Yeah, so pour off. So like my pineapple juice is in this, and you can just drink this later. You can add it to some juice or some lemonade, or you just drink it like that.
Yes, and we have homemade lemonade too. I sure can.
Ooh, yum, homemade lemonade. I'm telling you guys, you know what? Have you guys noticed? Have you ever drunk an Arizona or another juice product and it says 5% juice? Have you ever paid attention to that?
Have you ever tasted what?
Like, you know, if you drink like an Arizona.
Miss Costello.
Yes.
I'm making Thai tea with mine.
Oh, come on, Thai tea. That's good. When you guys drink like, sometimes they have like some of those different juices. And I've noticed that it'll say 5% juice. I'm like, what's 5% juice? That means it's 95% of other things that I don't know. So when you make, like Miss Thomas, like how you said you make fresh lemonade, that's 100% juice, right? You know, that's water, that's the lemons, that's the sugar that you added in there. And that's it. No chemicals, no additives, no nothing. Right? So after you put your coleslaw together, you guys, go ahead and put it in the refrigerator.
That's what makes it taste good, is because there's no additives in it.
Exactly. And it's fresh. It's going to be good for your body. Right? Remember, we want food that's going to keep us alive. All right. Uh-oh, come on. That's good. Make sure you taste your food along the way. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's put this in the refrigerator. Now let's get frying up our spring rolls. So you guys, depending on the pot that you use to deep fry it, you want to add enough oil so that it can slightly cover over your you say egg roll. Okay. Well, let's get our oil heated up. And the way that you know that your oil is ready, if you take a wooden skewer, or even if you take a piece of your an edge of your dough here and drop it in, if it rises immediately to the top, that means it's ready. If it kind of sinks to the bottom and kind of like gradually works its way up, that means your oil is not hot enough. So it's going to be a quick fry, and then especially for those that have the meat in them, we want to make sure those cook really well. Okay, the ones that have the vegetables are already sauteed, so those don't have to last long. Those are going to cook really fast too. And make sure that your meat is cooked. You'll know it's cooked because your dough is going to get golden brown. But we also want to make sure we give it enough time for the inside to cook as well. Okay. I'm going to move over to my stove, okay? Fry up these babies. Okay, my oil is getting hot. And I'm gonna do a little test here to see. Okay, see my did you guys see that? You saw it went all the way down? That means it's not hot yet. So while somebody is rolling out more, then the other person could be getting this ready for the frying. And you don't want to overcrowd your pot either with the rolls. I don't know about y'all, but my oil is taking a minute. See, that piece just finally rose to the top. So so the key to this is making sure your oil is hot enough. Making sure it's hot enough, but then yeah, making sure it's hot enough.
Miss Christelle?
Yes.
Yes. You know what you can do to check if your oil is hot enough?
What?
What? You can stick like something that's wooden, like a wooden spoon, a toothpick, a chopstick, and if the oil bubbles around it, then it's hot enough.
Yes, that is a very good idea. Yes, it is. And so you can, so look, I'm gonna use your idea too. Let me see if I have a wooden travel stick. So when I put my pieces of dough in here, they sunk all the way to the bottom. So I knew my oil wasn't hot enough yet. And then like I put a piece of wood in here, the chopstick, so I don't see bubbles yet. So my oil is needing a little bit more time. Okay, it's almost there because I see the bubbles now. But it's got a little bit more to go. So once your oil is hot enough, get them in there, and you can turn them around and make sure they get nice and crispy. Almost. Okay, you see how fast I did that? That lets me know it's ready. So while those are doing, I'm gonna be rolling out some more of my roast here. Be careful, you guys, because the oil pops up at you. That's the color again. That's the color we're looking for. Golden brown. You guys, after it finishes frying, cut one open and look at it from the inside. So you guys, I just cut this one this is the one with the turkey. So that's how it looks like on the inside. So brown and crispy on the outside, turkey on the inside. And give it a taste, you guys. Make sure the way that you know it's cooked is because the turkey is gonna be, it won't be pink, it will be brown. It'll be like this tan here. And give it a taste as well too.
Mr. Still,
yeah,
I did everything backwards. I've been frying. I finished frying, so now I'm just gonna start my salad.
Are you gonna do your coleslaw?
Yeah, I did everything backwards.
Okay, that's okay. Because just make sure you put your cabbage, your carrot, the vinegar, sugar, and some salt. And then you gotta put it in the refrigerator too. All right, you guys, we're over our time, but I know you guys are, for the most part, at the end. You should be, or I know most of you are kind of coming along where you're almost there, right? right, you guys, let's, I don't want to go too much over our time. Let's plate it up, or let's plate up some of it. I know you guys may still have more roles to do.
Also, I have my me and Kennedy have my presentation plate. Also, Kennedy is the one that has coleslaw, and I don't.
Wait, you said you have a presentation?
Yeah. Also, what I did was I cracked the mines open, one of my egg rolls, and I made a mega egg roll right here. That's meat and vegetables, and this has soy sauce with a hint of soy sauce, and it's cracked open. And also, I believe I have another meat one, and I have my mega one. That I'm gonna.
Wow, D2, that looks so good.
Here's mine.
You said you have a mega one?
Yeah, me and Kennedy both.
But I already started eating mine.
Yes.
And then my plate right here. I have 2 mystery spring rolls and some coleslaw.
Wow. Okay, Kayla, I see you coming with yours. Energy and D2. I'm gonna get mine ready too. Kayla, you sure that's yours? Ooh, they're both for you guys. The veggie and the Mine too. You guys, this is so good. I don't think I'll ever have to buy another egg roll, spring roll. I know what you guys did. Ooh. Do you feel steamy? I'm making mines that look like tic-tac-toe. Coleslaw on the side. Wow, you guys. Okay, so this is my final flip. Here's a taste. D2, you really like this one? Like this recipe? Say that one more time. The way this is leaving, he was like, This is so good.
Don't open that door tonight.
You guys, this is our last day of the class. Well, for this for the summer. For the fall, we will see you, and we're gonna have some more awesome recipes. Judy too.
In the front, not in the back.
So we're gonna have some more awesome recipes for you guys. Don't forget the this Friday we have the field trip. So we're gonna send you out some more information. And it's gonna be a blast. All right. Okay, you guys. So a great. Any other questions? No, these are something. See you guys later.